Hello and welcome to this video. My name is ActiQ and today I want to discuss Jagex increasing the cost of membership, since that's been quite a hot topic in the RuneScape community for a while, and Jagex just announced on their main website on this week that they will be increasing the membership cost next year unless you stay a consistent member and you don't cancel your subscription. I will leave a link to the news post to the description of this video so you can go read it through yourself. There is also an FAQs section in the news post so you can go and check what kind of answers Jagex have given to the frequently asked questions. But myself, I just want to discuss several points that have been raised in the thread by multiple players including me, but they weren't really addressed by Jagex at all, so I want to bring some light to this discussion. So Jagex haven't released the exact amount of how much the membership is going to cost, and I understand that inflation causes the cost of things to go up, so it's normal progression, especially on monthly subscriptions, that the price of the monthly subscription goes up. And I would have no problem with this whatsoever if it wasn't for the recent changes in the marketing strategy of RuneScape, and if it wasn't for the recent changes in the revenue model as well. So for a long time RuneScape used to be a monthly subscription game, and you pay a monthly subscription and you get the game and you get all the content for the monthly subscription. But Jagex has now added multiple different revenue models to RuneScape with microtransactions. We have the complete pay-to-win system that any other MMORPG has also, but those MMORPGs that have microtransaction pay-to-win systems, they are completely 100% free to play. So when you play those games, you know that you cannot compete if you don't trash a lot of money into the game. But in return, you get a game that's pretty nice and you can still play it and enjoy it, and you don't pay anything for the game at all. But RuneScape is in this sense different than any other game that I know of. I honestly know zero games that work with monthly subscriptions and microtransactions. So now that Jagex is increasing the monthly subscription, I think it's completely insane and it's just wrong against the players, because we are already paying through the game with microtransactions, and I'm pretty sure that the game itself should be quite profitable with the amount of people buying spins. So if it's not profitable, maybe the problem is in Jagex just in general. They could release fewer updates, more focused updates, and they could also decrease the size of their team, and they could take a couple of servers down to reduce the cost of hosting the game if that's the problem. But it's not the problem. I don't think it's the problem at all. I'm pretty certain that with the revenue models that RuneScape have at the moment, it is a profitable game, and if it's not, it's an infrastructure problem in Jagex. It's not the player's fault and we shouldn't be paying for it. Now you should understand that I don't have anything against raising the cost of membership, but I'm not willing to pay membership for a game that's entirely dependent on how much money you spend on the game. I don't want to play freemium games. I don't play that kind of games because I don't want to spend 500 euros on a game per month just to remain competitive in the game. I just switch game and play something that's more fun. A funny thing is that when I returned to RuneScape after my long break of playing Lineage 2, I was really happy that the game was so simple and there was only one cost that you pay, and you didn't have to pay any other cost in order to remain competitive and gain high score ranks and have a lot of fun inside the game. But then Jagex started releasing things like Squeal of Fortune and Solomon's General Store, and I've pretty much seen RuneScape grow from something that used to be based on cheap monthly subscription, where the only way to cheat was to buy gold, and that was really despised upon and you could even be banned for it, into something that you just simply buy XP with your real life money and you don't actually have to play the game at all. Because I think RuneScape has now evolved to the stage that if you had enough money and you were willing to spend that money on RuneScape, you could basically make a character during a promotion and in one weekend get all stats to level 99 with some kind of Squeal of Fortune promotion. And if not, you probably could get it in a week with the amount of bonus XP that you get with the Squeal of Fortune as well. But that's obviously during only the Meteor Shower or Prismania. That's the most overpowered Squeal of Fortune promotion. So essentially, RuneScape has already become a freemium game because already it has all the elements of pay to win. So there is pretty much no high level competition without the Squeal of Fortune. Although I do agree that it still takes a lot of effort to get 5.2 billion XP. But with the amount of promotions, I guess that we are gonna have at least 25 people with that by the end of 2015. So like I said in my previous video, I've given up completely upon getting XP on my main account, since it's entirely dependent on the amount of bonus XP that I can get. And after I got my first 200 million skill, which was Dungeoneering, I kind of stopped feeling like I want to gain more XP. Just simply because the competition revolves entirely around Squeal of Fortune or whatever treasure hunter you wanna call it. So we have a game that's completely dependent on microtransactions, and the microtransactions have already killed the end game and the fair competitiveness of end game in this game, and it's all about the bonus XP. So I think it's so wrong to increase the cost of membership. If anything, Jagex should just completely remove the cost of membership, because freemium games work in that manner. They are free to play, but you pay to win. I do still have a strong feeling towards the game, so I see myself coming to RuneScape, gaining Completionist Cape back, and playing a little bit once in a while after I start my break in the end of this year. But this year and little bit last year also has completely ruined the competitiveness to me. The only thing that I find competitive in the game at the moment is Hardcore Iron Man. And I guess regular Iron Man also feels quite competitive. It's just I don't want to play regular Iron Man because I feel it's the same thing as grinding my account to the max cape, because it doesn't matter if I die. So I like my Hardcore Iron Man, and I'm getting some excitement still about the thing that if I die, I lose my account. But that's pretty much the only sense of accomplishment that I can feel in this game, that used to be about completing quests and used to be about gaining XP, but now it's just about buying more spins. And I think it's so wrong that we have to pay more money monthly for a game that's supposed to be entirely free to play with the amount of microtransactions we have. And apparently there is also a reason for Jagex turning this game into almost like a freemium game, almost like a Facebook game or something like that. I think the reason is that in the board of Jagex, I think there are people that have a strong background in freemium games, and they just want to make a lot of money, and they don't really know how much the community actually hates the buy to win system. So I think that eventually they will realize that they have shot themselves into the leg, because they made the game not competitive anymore and they made it pay to win. But I think most of us will be long gone then, or at least care less about the game, because there is no competitive aspect to RuneScape anymore. So as a summary, I just wanted to say that we shouldn't have to pay to play at all with the amount of microtransactions there are in the game, because that's not how the industry works. The game industry works that there are two different revenue models. There is the monthly payment and there is the pay to win system. And you can't have both of them on the same game and still remain a successful game. So making the membership price go up for whatever the false reason they gave us is just completely wrong, and I'm completely against it, and I think it shouldn't happen at all. So if anything, RuneScape should become completely free to play game, and I wouldn't even mind less updates to the game if the updates were more targeted and more community driven, so that the update would actually be relevant to the players of RuneScape. And this video turned out to be much more of a rant than I anticipated it to be, but I hope you have still enjoyed my discussion. And if you like this video, please leave it a like and subscribe to my channel. You can also leave comments towards this topic and we can discuss it on the comment section. But other than that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.